Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I want to thank you all for being here today to celebrate the life of a man who was a wonderful friend, a loving uncle, a caring brother, a loyal husband, but most of all, a man I am proud to call my father. Oswald van der Dijs is my hero. Dad, I want to thank you for what you have done for me, for what you have taught me, for the love you've given me, for being my counselor, my guide, my mentor, my teacher, my business partner, but mostly, Dad, you were my best friend. We had a very special relationship. You always had my back, and I had yours. We were a team. You were my buddy in moments when I needed relationship advice. You were my father in moments I needed a hug. And you were my business partner when we had to take tough decisions. You were a person that I always admired. I looked up to you and will always look up to you because till this moment, I'm still fascinated by who you were as a human being. Your passion, your discipline, your strength, your wisdom, your charm, and your ability to stand firm as a leader, not only in your household, but to many people in the community, proved that you were one of a kind. You were a true example of what it takes to step up to the plate and get the job done. And from this day forward, my promise to you is that I will step up to the plate the same way you taught me, and I will get the job done. You treated me as an equal, even though I was just your little girl. You made me feel like everything I had to say, everything I brought to the table and contribute with was of heavy weight. I took your advice, but you also took mine. You made me feel important. You always showed me respect. You honored me as your daughter, and for this, I will always be grateful. I admire you like no other. You gave me a voice. You taught me to stand up for what I believe in, but as you would say, make sure it's always with facts and figures. You taught me to understand the teachings of the Bible in ways that made me a God-fearing woman who can stand up today on her 2 feet and read this letter confidently to you. Growing up with my father was something out of the ordinary. He gave us what we needed, but he taught us the value of it all. Every moment together was a life lesson. He was the real deal, with no sugarcoating and no mediocrity. As most people, he had his ups and downs, but he never turned his back to them. The quality of his teachings did not have a price. He was always careful with his words. He was not a man to quickly opinionate. Rather, he took the time to think before he spoke, so that when he did speak, the weight of his words far exceeded everything else. And if he was standing here today, he would want for me to tell you that it's not about the quantity of what you have to say, but about the quality of the words that come out of your mouth. My dad didn't say the words, "I love you," so often, but it's incredible how I didn't need to hear them to feel the amount of love he had for me. If it's not obvious already, you set the bar high for me, Dad. You were a proactive man. You took initiative and always gave a helping hand. You always tried to help anyone around you in all the ways that you could. Every sacrifice you made, every minute you spent away from us, and every new project you came up with was with the intentions for us to have a secure future. Papi, I will always be your Carolinchi, Bolombonchi, and Strawberry, as you would call me. I will carry you in every step I take. Because of you, my life has more purpose. All my goals, decisions, and actions will reflect the kind of person you are and who you have raised me to be. Now here for the funny stuff. Over the years, we've built some funny family traditions with you. For example, your famous pen and napkin teachings. Wherever we would go, you would grab a napkin and take out your shiny black pen and begin to draw the teaching of the day. So just in case we didn't understand it through your words, you made sure we understood it through a drawing. Apparently, my dad was also Picasso. Another funny family tradition was when he used to take us to La Carreta. Mind you, we were a family of 7. And you would order a small tres leches dessert. You'd ask the waitress for 7 spoons so that we could all share that one dessert. I guess this was your way of making sure we always stayed in shape. Oh, and in the last few months of your journey, we realized that you were also a low-key comedian. Yes. Your sense of humor had everyone looking forward to visiting you so that we could be entertained by your funny comments. One of the times was when you just got out of surgery and sent Mom, Joanne, and me to Calle Ocho to go celebrate life. Or the day when the nurse came in your room and you asked her, "Ma'am, what are we going to do today?" And she said, "Sir, I'm just here to check your blood pressure." And you thought for a second, smiled, and said, "But what about some dancing?" You also had some wise yet funny sayings such as, "Tienes razón, pero vas preso," or "Vamos despacio que estoy apurado." Every birthday party, you would run to your room, get your small cuatro, and you would play it for us as we sang happy birthday. Your last words to me were, "Amor de mi vida, mi no por sin vos." In English, that translates to, "Love of my life, I can't live without you." Well, Dad, the truth is, I can't live without you. And that's why I will carry you everywhere I go. It's funny. I always tell people that growing with my father was as if we were in the military, with God being my general officer, but you were my lieutenant. My level of respect for you will never go away. You've equipped me in this life with everything I need to combat and gain victory. Therefore, I will take that responsibility and carry it like the armor of God. Before I close, I can't forget to mention something I know he would want me to tell you all. He would say, "Please, let's celebrate today because I'm rejoicing in heaven. But you still have to reflect and live a life that will ensure your spot in heaven, living with the fruit of the Spirit." He would say that every day, live with the fruit of the Spirit. If you guys don't know what that means, Google. Mom, there's something I want to say to you. I thank you for sticking with my dad through thick and thin. You're a remarkable, strong woman. You stood by Dad's side through it all. You were the love of his life. He always told me that marrying you was the best decision he could have ever made. Dad is so proud and grateful for you. Joanne, Katie, Alejandro, Dito, and me, along with Tio Pete and Cicely, and the rest of the family are here with you. Dad, this is not a goodbye. This is the beginning of us becoming stronger than ever, and I know that one day we will be together again. And yes, we will dance all night long. I love you, Dad. Your little girl, Cindy. I want to thank all of you for being here today. It means so much to my family, my dad. We truly appreciate it. Thank you so much.